What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli for another easy and delicious recipe. Yes, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make barbecue chicken with an Alabama white sauce. Yes, I have to say, I love this recipe. Now, you guys know I'm from Alabama, so I'm not biased on this, but I'm telling you, this is delicious. You are going to enjoy it. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. Let me tell you guys what we have. Right here, we're gonna use a whole chicken. This is about 3 pounds. We're gonna use some mayo, garlic powder, spicy brown mustard, seasoned salt. We're gonna use some apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna use some of this pickled pepper hot sauce, W sauce, smoked paprika, black pepper. I'm gonna use some of this holy smoke rub and a lemon. Now, guys, you can use, I'm gonna use this to help season the chicken. So whatever rub you have that you like, use that rub. You don't necessarily have to have this, but I like this particular rub. So these are the ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients and cut and clean our chicken. So I cut our chicken pieces into 8 pieces. Of course, we have our thigh, our leg here, the breast, and we have a wing right here. So that's how I cut our chicken. Now you can also smoke this bad baby whole if you want. It's totally up to you, but I recommend cutting it into pieces. Or you can butterfly the chicken too, you can also do it that way. So over here I have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Right here I have 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard. Now, if you have horseradish, they typically cook, they make Alabama white sauce with horseradish. But 2 things, I don't like horseradish, and 2, I can't find it here in DR. So I'm gonna go with 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard. You can do it that way. But if you have horseradish, go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of horseradish and 1 tablespoon of spicy brown mustard. Right here, I have 2 teaspoons of black pepper. Now, feel free to use 1 teaspoon, but I like my Alabama white sauce pepper forward, so I'll add a little bit more pepper. I'm just a black pepper guy. I love black pepper. I have 3 cups of mayo. I have a tablespoon of W sauce. I have half a cup of apple cider vinegar. I have 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Right here I have 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now you can dial that back based on your heat tolerance. Me, I like a little heat, so I may use about a half a teaspoon, but I want to go for the teaspoon, but depending on the level of heat, I don't want it too hot, but I do want to have that heat. I'm going to go with this 1 teaspoon. I have a half a teaspoon of that pickled pepper hot sauce, and I have 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt. So these are the ingredients, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our Alabama white sauce. And I like to prepare this ahead of time because it allows all of these ingredients to infuse together and, you know, talk to each other, marry each other, divorce each other, whatever they wanna do while they're in the bowl together. That's what I like for it to do. That way, when it's time for that chicken to get dipped into it, we are on point. So first thing I'm gonna do is add my mayo. Next, my apple cider vinegar, W sauce, seasoned salt, hot sauce, smoked paprika. Use a little of this cayenne pepper in the beginning. It's about a half a teaspoon. All our lemon juice, our black pepper. I love that black pepper. That black pepper, I'm telling you, it's amazing, especially with this recipe. And our 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard. Now, if you don't have spicy brown mustard, you can use Dijon. So what we're gonna do now is give this a good mix. And guys, this is what we have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit, see what it tastes like. This is good. I can add the rest of this in here. Definitely can add the rest of that. No heat at all, very minor. Stir it up in here like that. Guys, and this is what we have. All right, let's move on. All right, guys, so I am preparing my barbecue grill here. I don't have one of them old fancy grills, but this is going to work. So we're gonna let those charcoals burn. Look at that fire. Then we're gonna get it smoking with some wood chips. So until then, let's get back into the kitchen and we're going to go ahead and get this chicken seasoned, all right? And then we'll come back and look at our fire. All right, so now it's time to season our chicken. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do this by sight. So I don't have any measurements involved because I like to do this by sight. So what first thing I like to do is I like to add my seasoned salt. And guys, again, you could season your chicken the way you want to. It's totally up to you. You can go get away with just regular salt and pepper. That works. All right, so we'll do a little of that seasoned salt. Now I'm gonna go in with some onion powder. I'm sorry, garlic powder. Go in a little garlic powder. And guys, this just give it that base flavor right here. I like to, it's just, rub is good to just add a rub to it, but I like to have a base layer of seasoning. And salt, garlic powder, and some pepper takes me there. And it's just a thin layer. You're not putting too much on it. You may say, yes, you are putting too, but I'm not. And not for me, brother. And I like that base layer with that salt, pepper, and this garlic powder. And of course, again, I like it pepper forward. I love pepper on my meats. I mean, it just brings out so much flavor just to have pepper. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna add my holy smoke. Man, this stuff is good. This is more like a paprika, cayenne pepper base to it with a little sugar in it. It's kind of sweet. So that's why I layer it with my garlic powder, pepper, and seasoned salt. It's not a real salty rub, so that's why I add that additional seasoned salt to it. And we're gonna get these bad babies all rubbed up. I want them looking red, just like this. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Add a little bit more to it. Like I say, guys, remember this is not a real salty rub. It's more of paprika, little cayenne pepper and sugar, so it's more of a sweet type rub. So you're not gonna get a real salty flavor. Now it does have a little salt in it, but not much. All right, so this is what we have, guys. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so here are my wood chips. I had them soaking for about an hour, 2 hours in some water and apple cider vinegar. And sometimes if I had some alcohol, I put like some whiskey. I kind of soak them in some whiskey too. But since we're using so many of them, especially not gonna waste my whiskey on soaking them, all this in some whiskey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty the water out and we're gonna go out here to the grill and we're gonna get this bad baby smoking so we can add our meats. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so I'm outside, so you may hear a lot of noise, but we're gonna go ahead and get this bad baby smoking. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our wood chips. Man, look at those coals, they ready too. All right, take a look at that. So we're gonna go ahead and add our grates here. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab this meat and I will be right back. All right, so I'm gonna place this meat pretty much around the grill. Our smoke is kind of in the middle. I wanna make it a little bit indirect. All right, guys, so this is what we have. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this lid on it because I don't want it off. I want this to flame up. And we're gonna let this smoke for about an hour and a half. All right, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're about an hour in. So let's take a look at what we got here. So I'm going to let this sit for another hour and I'm gonna let it smoke and we'll be right back. All right, guys, let's see what we have. Oh man, we're about 2.5 hours in. Take a look at that. Look at that smoked meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the grill and I will be right back. I'm gonna get this over to the kitchen counter, all right? All right, guys, so this is what we have here. Now, you do wanna make sure that the internal temperature of your chicken is 165. I know it's ready, guys, so I don't have to worry about that, but just in case you don't know that, I know this is ready. You wanna make sure if you have a thermometer. I don't have a thermometer with me at the moment, but I know this chicken is ready. So let's go ahead and get this bad baby sauced up in some of this white sauce and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna dip our chicken pieces into our white sauce. You know, you could actually, if you wanted to, you could like brush it over there if you want to, that's fine, or pour it over. But we're gonna dip our chicken in this white sauce, just like this. And then what we're gonna do We're gonna let it rest right here. And we're gonna do all our chicken pieces the same way. And I like to pretty much let it rest for about 10 minutes in this white sauce. All right. So guys, I'm gonna let this sit here like this. Let's take a look at it. Get a little closer. All right, we're gonna let this rest and I'll be right back. And there you have it, guys. Alabama barbecue white sauce chicken. Guys, take a look at this. This is a staple in Alabama. If you never had this white sauce, oh man, it is great. You know, when I first had it, it comes from Big Bob Gibson's. That's more in northern Alabama. I used to have it up in the Huntsville area. Man, this sauce is delicious. So I'm gonna leave the ingredients and the measurements all in the video description below so you guys can go ahead and check those out because we gotta hurry up and get over to quality control. So guys, everybody, check out that All Wings Everything merch. Everybody that's been supporting the merch, I really appreciate it. Everybody hitting that applaud button, really, really appreciate it. It really helps me make these videos, guys. So also, don't forget, be on the lookout for my new ebook, Down Home Foods, What I Learned in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into quality control and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so it's time for quality control and I am so ready to try this right here. Look at this plate of delicious Alabama white sauce barbecue chicken. Yeah, oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and let you see it. Oh, and then we smoked it too, look at that. Oh my goodness, we smoked it, look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bite into this bad baby. I'm gonna take the breast first. I always like to take the breast. Breast we got right here. I done already started going into it. So I'm just going to, oh man. Oh my goodness, God. Man, this thing just melts in your mouth. Holy moly. Like we say down in the South, good googly moogly. Look at that breast. Oh man, I told you it was fully cooked, man. Look at that. Oh man. Wow. The right amount of seasoning. I don't know what to say. Yeah. When you eat barbecue, you lick your fingers. If you don't like it, just don't like it. So, until then, guys, before I get into the outro, you have to try this Alabama white sauce chicken. And typically they don't, well, I wouldn't say they don't smoke it because you can get it smoked. Typically what they do is they just barbecue it over some charcoal. But I tried it this smoke way, and man, this is delicious. It may take some time to get it smoked, but once it's done, oh man, I gotta get another piece. You're there. Once you're done, you're there. And until then, guys, I'm your cook, Spinelli. Be on the lookout for that ebook, All Wings Everything, and hit that applaud button. And I am out. Peace.